Board is in session. First thing we want to do is turn this over to Dr. Versta.
Good evening, board members and employees and our students and community. I would like to invite Ms. Janice Hernandez to please lead us in our invocation this evening, followed by the pledge of allegiance.
Let us reflect on how to best serve the students and staff of Southwest ISD. Allow us to work together well, to listen and respect each other's talents and skills, and to be watchful and mindful of the responsibilities we hold as a governing body. May we rejoice in the privilege of watching our students grow into enlightened citizens of the community, and may we maintain focus on the dreams and aspirations of those we serve. In your name we pray.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
If everyone would remain standing.
Thanks, ma'am.
So we'd like everyone to remain standing for a moment of silence. We lost a student at Southwest High School late yesterday afternoon, Brandon Garcia. And we'd like to take a moment of silence for Brandon and his family. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Moving down on the agenda, the next thing is to canvass the votes for the election. School board
Yes, sir.
election.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon Crisp. I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Business and Finance. I'm also the district liaison for the election. This year, our election was held on May 5th, 2018. A little background, we actually hold a joint election with the city of Lido, and we contract Bexar County to run the duties and perform the duties of the election. We had 3 at-large positions that were available. We had 5 candidates filed on a timely basis. We had 1 early voting site and 6 voting sites: Central Office, Lido City Hall, Bob Hope, Sky Harbor, Sun Valley, and Big Country. We had a total of 329 ballots requested by mail, and 150 of those were returned. We had over 626 ballots cast, and 283 of those were on early voting. Here you will see the results of the election. As the 3 at-large positions were open, the top 3 vote getters received those seats. And so tonight, the district is asking the board to approve the canvass of the 2018 school board election results and declare the winners as follows: Miss Florinda Bernal, Dr. Keith Byram, and Mr. James Sullivan.
Need a motion.
I move that we accept the canvassing of the votes.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. The oath of office.
Yes, we have Ms. Mona Weezar, who will deliver the oath of office. If our 3 incoming board members would reach in your stand up, please.
Please raise your right hand. By the powers vested in me as a notary public servant for the great state of Texas, I hereby administer the oath to the newly elected Southwest ISD Board of Trustees. Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully execute the duties of the office of trustee for the Southwest Independent School District for the state of Texas, and will to the best of your ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state? And do you furthermore solemnly swear that you have not directly nor indirectly paid, offered, or promised to pay, contributed, nor promised to contribute any money or valuable thing, or promised any public office or employment as a reward for the giving or withholding a vote at the election at which you were elected, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Congratulations. All right, the next thing on the agenda is something very dangerous. We turn the meeting over to the superintendent.
This happens once a year, so I'd like to just relish for a second. I will now open up the floor for nominations for the office of board president.
I nominate Mike Frazier.
I second that.
We have a nomination of Mike Frazier for board president in a second. If there are no other nominations, I hereby call for a vote. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. I hereby yield the floor back to you, Mr. President.
Well, that didn't take long.
You're
All right.
on the same point. I need you to give it back.
We open the floor for nominations of vice president.
Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to nominate Sylvester Vasquez for Vice President.
Second.
Are there any other nominations? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Now we open the nomination for secretary.
I nominate Ida Sadolkin.
I second that.
Are there any other nominations? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Now the nominations are open for assistant secretary.
I move
I nominate
James
James
Sullivan.
Jr.
Wait a minute. Go ahead. Second.
Okay, Keith, second.
Okay.
All right, are there any other nominations? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you, everybody. All right, the next thing is a resolution for board signatures. So you need a motion on it even though it's the same?
I still need a motion on it.
All right. I need a motion on board signatures,
I
which
so move.
Second.
motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Recognitions.
Yes, sir. We have some really great recognitions from the elementary, middle school, and our high school. And I was just going through the names. These pretty phenomenal students we're going to meet are Sadie and Isabella and Abigail and Maria and Cameron and Joyce. And if you notice, I didn't say any boys' names. We have to talk to our boys in our schools. I'd like to turn it back over to Ms. Janice Hernandez, who will start our recognitions this evening.
All right. Well, our first recognition is from Spicewood Park Elementary. So Spicewood Park Elementary would like to recognize 5th grade Panther leader Sadie Herrera. Sadie is a member of the morning announcement crew, the school safety patrols, a San Antonio elite cheerleader, and a volleyball player. On campus, Sadie is a role model for all students and often serves as an office assistant and guest greeter. Sadie plans on attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Sadie shares that her favorite book this year was titled Ada's Violin. The story is about a little girl who wanted to play the violin but didn't have enough money to afford the instrument. Sadie says that this is how she intends. Ada made the violin from scraps and never gave up. Sadie says that this is how she intends to live her life by never giving up. Next, Sun Valley Elementary would like to recognize Isabella Gutierrez. Isabella is a straight-A 5th grade student who balances several extracurricular activities while always putting her education first. This school year, Bella shared her GT Passion project with the entire school by hosting a food bank drive on campus. Bella organized the drive by researching the procedures and essential foods for a successful drive. After a month of collecting, Bella's drive ended with a total of 54 pounds to donate to the San Antonio Food Bank. Bella is part of the Sun Valley Solar Car Club, the Gifted and Talented program, and most recently, she received master's recognition on her STAR Math and Reading. Bella has her eyes set on Florida State University and her heart on becoming a pediatrician. Sun Valley is proud to recognize Isabella Gutierrez. Next up, Scobie Middle School would like to recognize Abigail Amescosa. Abigail is a model student who consistently maintains A's in all of her classes, and her behavior is exemplary. Abigail is always proactive in getting her work done, and she goes above and beyond what is expected of her. She strives to work to the best of her ability on everything that she does. Abigail is very kind and always willing to help. She is very patient and willing to explain things to other students who are struggling. On top of all this, she has perfect attendance, and she is very humble.
Are we gonna meet the high school now?
Yes,
Can we get a group photo with the,
absolutely.
I'll give you a little. Don't worry, parents, I'll give you all a minute. Smile, and 1, 2, 3. Everybody stay right there real quick. Go ahead, parents. And before we send our students of the month back, we'd also like to recognize your principals who may be in the room. Principals, are you here? Would you please stand? Every student of the month or families of the month. So with our parents, grandparents, families of these three lovely students, would you please stand up so we can recognize you? All you get is a plaque, you don't get a check.
So up next, we have Southwest Academy's honor graduate, Maria Elizabeth Puente. Maria is interested in pursuing a career in education. In her pursuit of a bachelor's degree in education, Maria will first enroll in Palo Alto College this fall semester. Maria's passion for learning and teaching have led her to be a member of the Texas Association of Future Educators for the last 3 years. In addition, Maria has been a member of the Superintendent's Advisory Council throughout her career at Southwest Academy.
We enjoyed the interview the other night.
Tonight, we also want to recognize our top 2 at the Southwest High School. First, we're going to recognize our salutatorian of the class of 2018, Cameron Elizabeth Letty. Cameron is ranked number 2 out of 799 students. She has attended school here at Southwest since she was in 3rd grade at Elm Creek Elementary and then attended McNair Middle School. While attending Southwest High School, she has been involved in UIL Academics Journalism Team, Technical Theater Environmental Club, Creative Writing Club, National Honor Society, Math Honor Society, Sophomore Class President, and Palo Alto's Part-Time President's Honors, and was a regional qualifier in feature writing and headline writing for UIL 2 years in a row. By the end of this year, Cameron will have earned 35 college hours and will graduate with STEM and multidisciplinary endorsements with distinguished level of achievement. One thing that Cameron will miss about Southwest High School are all the teachers that made learning enjoyable, the extracurricular activities, and how hard she worked for her ranking. Cameron will be attending the University of Texas at Arlington, where she plans to major in environmental science. Her future plans are to join a career field in which she can help create more sustainable methods to protect the environment, as well as join conservation efforts in saving our seas. Up next, Southwest High School is proud to announce our 2018 Valedictorian Joyce Denise Ortega. Joyce is ranked number 1 out of 799 students. She has attended school at Southwest since she was in kindergarten at Sky Harbor Elementary and then attended McCullough Middle School. At Southwest High School, Joyce has been involved in National Honor Society and Sociedad Honoraria Hispanica, which she has served as secretary her junior year and president her senior year.
Congratulations.
By the end of this year, Joyce will have earned 41 college hours and will graduate with the STEM, Arts and Humanities, and multidisciplinary endorsements with distinguished level of achievement. In addition, Joyce has received awards and honors such as the AP Scholar in 2016, AP Scholar with Honors in 2017, and Palo Alto College Presidential Part-Time Honors. One thing that Joyce will miss about Southwest High School are the friends and teachers that always believed in her. She believes without them, she would not be who she is today. Joyce will be attending University of Texas at Austin, where she plans to major in pre-pharmacy. Her future plans are to become a pharmacist and hopefully have her own practice.
family. It's a validation of the hard work, the dedication, the discipline. And we know behind that really comes some really great conversations in the home. So we'd like to ask our parents and family members of these three phenomenal students, would you please stand up so that we can recognize you as well. I want to say anything? You're good. You're good? Thank y'all so much, and congratulations again.
Well, I want to say something. How come you get picture made with all these good-looking girls and the rest of us don't?
I didn't plan any of it.
To wrap up our recognitions, I'm going to ask Miss Araceli Bunsen with Southwest High School, the principal there, and JJ Perez, principal at Southwest Academy, to come up and talk a little bit about the end of the year.
And I believe they'll be joined by Jefferson Johnson. Is that correct?
Yes. Hi, good evening. I'm Araceli Bunsen. I'm the principal of Southwest. And this year, our graduation is June 1st, and I'm very happy to announce we will have approximately 900 students crossing our stage at 7 o'clock at the Alamo Dome. So those of you that will be joining us this year, please wear very comfortable shoes and make sure that you get plenty of rest, drink lots of water, because we will be there for a little while. And so we're extremely very excited. And so I will now allow Mr. Perez here to talk about the Academy students that will be joining us that evening. And then, of course, Mr. Johnson is the one planning the entire event. And, of course, he does the whole thing. Absolutely. Always has. And does a great job.
Absolutely. Good evening. My name is JJ Pettis. I'm the principal at Southwest Academy. For the first time ever, our Southwest Academy graduates will be walking the stage along with Southwest High School. So of the 900 plus that will be walking the stage, 146 of those will be Southwest Academy students this year. We still have another 15 that may or may not, depending on how we come back with test results. But we are looking at a total of 161 Southwest Academy graduates for this school year.
Very good.
We just wanted you to see Jefferson Johnson, because when you look up graduation on Wikipedia, it says see Jefferson. It knows everything about it. That concludes our recognition, Mr. President.
All right, thank you. All right, the next thing is citizens to be heard. Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes, sir. We have Jessica Caroline.
the fun group.
They're back.
Congratulations to our newly elected board members. Good evening, Mr. President.
Thank you, ma'am.
Board members, Dr. Verstiff, colleagues, and community. I'm Jessica Aragon, the Vice President of the Southwest TSTA Local. I am here tonight to speak with you about a pay increase for all employees and an additional increase into the employer contribution for health care. The salary proposal you have in front of you is the one that TSTA shared with Dr. Verstiff, Mr. Crisp, and Dr. Fay last week. We ask that you consider the following information as you decide on a compensation packet for next year. TSTA obtained all 17-18 hiring schedules for each school district in San Antonio. When teachers are looking for a job in another district, that's what they view, the hiring schedules. We took the facts and compiled them into charts that are in the next few pages you have there. You will notice that most districts pay close when hiring new teachers. Southwest is ranked first out of the 15 districts for new hires. A teacher with 15 years of experience, we are ranked second. And a teacher with 25 years of experience, we are ranked third. We applaud the administration and the school board's commitment to being the best paying district in the San Antonio area. On page 5 is the concerning data. Because pay raises are based on the midpoint instead of what teachers' salary is, There is a little difference between a first-year's teacher's pay and a 25 years teacher's pay. The pay shows that for the 25 years of experience, teachers are only worth $11,750. That's a year of experience that's only worth $979,100. We believe that experienced teachers should be valued. We are asking that any type of raise given be based on a teacher's pay and not the midpoint. It is also predicted that there will be an increase in the cost of health insurance. It looks like it will be a monthly increase for an employee who takes insurance for themselves of $68 a month and $816 annually. For a family coverage, the news is bleaker. Family coverage increases $190 a month and $2,280 annually. We appreciate the amount the district contributes, which is above the state rate, but this increase will delete and gain in a salary increase. In order for Southwest ISD to continue to provide the best compensation package for teachers looking for jobs, Southwest TSTA is asking for a 3% pay raise for all employees, based on their salary and not the midpoint. Additionally, an increase in the employer contribution for health insurance premiums to offset the increase is needed as well. Another option to help offset the health insurance increase for this coming year is to use fund balance monies for a one-time stipend. Since the fund balance is healthy, this one-time stipend will not negatively impact in the long run. The state funding for public schools in Texas is abysmal. The state of Texas needs to fund our schools at 60% instead of asking districts to fund public schools with local taxes at that rate. There will only be a change in funding for public education when we stand together. We encourage all Texas voters to go to the polls and vote for candidates who support public education, because it's how they vote on education bills that count and not the ads or verbal comments that they make. TSTA has a list of endorsed candidates on our website based on a politician's voting record for public education. We ask everyone to please take that pledge, check us out, and vote for education first. Thank you all so much again for the consideration of this proposal and all you do for our school district and especially our students. And if any of you have any questions, I will glad to meet with any of you to discuss any of it. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I think we have one more recognition, Dr. Versta.
We do, and I just want to commend Jessica and Beverly and their team from PSTA, their association. We have a really great working relationship with them, and we're able to do some things, I think, differently in our district because of that relationship. And I know we know them as a Read Across America people. They do a phenomenal job with that. But I want to tell you that your words never fall on deaf ears. We'll have those conversations. And always thank you for advocating for this school district and this community, and especially for the students. So I just want you to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So last week or the week before, we had a employee banquet where we acknowledged years of service, we acknowledged excellence in teaching, and we had a really kind of formal process to say goodbye to our retirees. And one of the years we recognized during that ceremony are our employees in our district of the 2000 who reached the 10-year, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And we also recognize our local governance trustees because they give the gift of pride to this district, to this community, and to our students. And I know during that ceremony we had one of our trustees was not able to make it, so I'd like to invite Ms. Ida Sabota to please come forward to get her 15-year pin. That's a much bigger box.
There you go again. There you go again. You get your picture with all the good-looking women, and we just sit here. All right, before we go any further, that's the most exciting part of this meeting. The rest of it's going to be boring. If you would like to stay, we'll be glad to have you, but we'll give you a chance to slip out if you want to now.
Don't be shy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you ever find out who they were?
No. One got shot in the shirt, I don't know.
No, I don't either.
The one in the black one came out of the
Furniture that we're Can I ask now, or is that inappropriate?
No, wait, you can ask.
During the consent agenda?
No, you didn't wait. Oh, did you already approve the consent agenda? Well, that's proper time.
I have a question in the consent agenda.
Right now. Third row. Taking all kind of notes.
All right, if we go on and continue, the next thing on the agenda is the consent agenda, and I understand there's some questions.
I just have a question about the, I know we just spent a whole bunch of money putting all the furniture at Legacy, so I'm just curious what the cast needs that we didn't already purchase.
Well, this furniture is going to be based on the PBL, which that furniture we have in there right now is not. So the CAS program, the way it's set up, is like project learning based.
Okay.
So that's the furniture, and all this furniture is being purchased with Toyota or HEB funds.
Okay.
So it's a different type of atmosphere that is not in a normal classroom.
It's called a smart classroom. It has 5 pods that create collaborative learning opportunities that have like technology tied in from a student's device to a 42-inch monitor on that pod. I know this because I just attended a meeting with Eliza. And then it also ties into the big 60-inch screen. So the whole idea behind cast-in is creating these problem-based environments where it's collaborative and no markers, no whiteboards. Everything's used through technology, Canvas, Google Suites, and those types of things. And as Brandon said, it is being funded through funds of entities that want to partner up with Southwest ISD and kind of create this laboratory of the learning environment.
And what did you call it, a project-based?
PBL, project-based learning, and we've actually done some site visits with Dr. Gardner, and she's here to Plano and to the Energy Institute in Houston, where we saw some similar types of furniture setups, and it really is kind of best in class, and certainly something that we want for our kids.
Okay. So it's just furniture, it's
Furniture,
not
yeah.
any remodeling or,
There's some walls that were partitions, but they're not.
okay.
They're
It's
no.
called furniture, but I would say 50% of it is technology infrastructure.
Well, there's 3 different things on there. There's technology, there's some walls that we're putting up, and then there's media equipment,
A media,
and then the furniture for the actual classroom.
okay.
It's all being funded though through HEB and Toyota.
Other questions?
And that media equipment, we hadn't purchased some of that before?
No, these are the TVs, smart TVs that they're talking about. Yeah, we don't have the smart TVs. Right now, we just have a projector in every classroom. These are different for I guess how they set up. Each group has a TV that they can project to the main TV in the room. Pretty nice, actually.
Anybody else?
By the same fund?
Correct.
Source?
Any other questions?
We have other project-based, whatever,
Project-based learning.
yeah, project-based learning. I suppose the difference is you're working on a project that will complete
So,
as part of a
for
cycle.
example, in the first 6 weeks of CAST for next year, Dr. Gardner and her team have already designed the PBL unit that will be taught in that. And every content, English, math, science, and social study, will be wrapped around a problem that the kids are trying to solve. And they will move through, it'll be very different than how we traditionally deliver curriculum instruction to our students. But the design is a PBL model, best in class actually, if you look at research around. And so certainly something that we want for our kids. But it's very different. We're in that we're allowing some shift in thinking about not following scope and sequence and things like that. But it doesn't mean that they will not cover all the TEKS for the content. So they definitely will. It'll just be delivered very differently. And Dr. Gardner and her team already have been working on that first 6-week unit. And then, and Dr. Gardner, what is the first project? Because I know you already defined that.
Homelessness, it's called a community without.
Yes, and so that has all been designed around the TEKS of all the core content curriculums, and so we stand to gain a lot with our kids in that environment, so we're excited about it.
Thank you.
I just have one more question.
Sure.
And it's technically not about the furniture, but the whole project-based learning, I mean, we've been going to the TASB and national conferences for over a decade. That was a long time ago. And didn't we have that at one time at the high school?
I would say we've had bits and pieces of it in parts, kind of like a puzzle, and I think what CAST STEM is allowing us to do is put all those puzzle pieces together and actually have a true model of what that really should look like. And so it'll be kind of one of, CAST obviously is in a different system, right? But the elements of CAST surely is about taking all those puzzle pieces that we try to implement here and there and putting it in one format, in one consistent delivery to the kids.
And then are we looking to move that into our traditional high schools?
We would love to learn. Matter of fact, Jennifer Ellison is working with Dr. Gardner around involving our content and our teachers into some of their trainings, because they will be having some different types of training. And then we're actually involving them in some of the very traditional type trainings that we're having.
To move
so-
project-based learning
Yes.
into our traditional
Yes.
learning
Not
environment?
at the degree and the level that we're gonna be able to do
Right.
it with CAST, but certainly we will be able to learn from the experience of CAST in a way that we've never been able to learn before.
Okay.
Anybody else? Need a motion?
I move. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carried. Move on to items of information, construction.
Yes, I'll give you a quick update on our legacy water coloration issue. We had a meeting today with SAWS about a progress update from them. They showed us several data records of their sampling, which is looking very promising. The makeup of the water is actually getting better. To form that scale they told us about, that it's actually going to capture the hue of that colored water. So they've also mentioned a couple of things that we need to address. The heat in the boiler is too high, so we addressed that immediately, and we're hurry up and waiting for that to come about. So, but we'll give you guys updates. They're testing the water every 2 weeks, and we'll give you guys updates as they come along. So they were getting really technical. What for me was basically that our water is already soft enough, so we were adding the water softener on top of really soft water, which was causing a problem. And then we're actually heating our water too much, so we're not allowing all the nutrients that the water has to fully go through the building. When it gets to our softener and our boiler, we're basically taking all the nutrients out, and that's why we're getting the discoloration, because we have to allow for the buildup all the way through the pipe. So that's really the simple piece. Is unfortunately the things that we've been doing has been hurting it, making it worse up to we.
But not the quality of it.
Not the quality of water. No, but get the scaling and because our water and it's really based on, you know, if you talk to people in San Antonio, most people's water in San Antonio is hard. That's not the case for us, and that's why we may have had this situation, and that's where it's come from. So we have to allow time.
They're bringing it, what we're used to seeing is all Edwards Aquifer. Right now, there's a desalinization plant that's feeding some of the city now that's coming from the Carrizo Wilcox. So they're desalinizing that water, that's what's giving us that soft water. So it's actually half as soft as what normally we're used to seeing here in San Antonio area.
Yeah, but they're actually gonna for us, they're gonna bypass and give us some Edwards water now as well. They usually don't do that for most customers, so that's another thing that they're doing on their side. But our side is, lower the water temperature, leave the water softener out of the way, and let that water go and do what it's supposed to do naturally. And then, but they say it may take 2 to 3 months, it's not gonna be an overnight fix.
And who was it that did this research now?
Saws. This is actually Saws and their people that are involved now, because we pretty much exhausted every other avenue besides Saws. So now they're heavily involved, and so it's their water, so they're just as invested as us.
So we're 4 weeks into what they anticipate would be a 12-week completion. And after the big meeting we had, they provided us a letter, they put in writing what they are doing to correct the issue, what they need us to do, and we're abiding, and we're just keeping them abreast because we have not seen any change in the first couple of weeks.
Right. To cover that, sir, is that because our water was so hot, once they got inside and tested, they found out our water was really hot, even on the cold side. And so what we've done over the last few weeks has not helped at all because of the heat. So that's where they're asking us to turn the heat down and try to fix that side, because we're really almost starting over by getting the heat down.
In our 2-hour meeting, I think we learned more about water than we ever wanted to or existing. But there are a lot of issues.
Is the water that goes to Legacy,
Sir?
is the water that goes to Legacy the same water that goes to everybody else out there? Same water?
Yes, sir. Right. One of the issues, and I think Rafael can probably talk about this, is Legacy being the end of the line. As part of the fix as well, they do a 10,000-gallon flush each night.
Every night.
Before it goes through our meter billing. And so they're also taking that into consideration as part of the fix as well. But yes, it is the same pipe.
Right. So pretty much the way they explained it, of course, was all water has particulate in it. Because we're in the end of the line, it just caps and caps and caps. So the fact that they're flushing it nightly, with 10,000 gallons a night, is helping. So.
And we're killing all the nutrients to build up that, what do you call it, calcium?
Yeah.
That protects the lines, deposits, because of the softener we were using, because it was already soft enough. So, and then the heat that we're having in our boiler, we're taking all the nutrients out once it gets into our building. So we're getting nothing but this straight water with the discoloration stuff. There's nothing to catch it. And that's pretty much the simple
update on it.
Well, we know in a couple of months.
Right.
And
We just want the board to know quality of the water is not an issue.
Right.
We all agree that it's been tested and over-tested and tested again, and we always come out within the regulations.
Well, what I think is kind of odd is, at least for me, I thought we were using Edwards water. I didn't know we were using somebody else, recycled or desalinated water.
The way they're moving now, they told us today, is they're diversifying their water, so not everybody's getting Edwards water anymore.
But did y'all know? Huh?
The city's getting so big now,
Yeah.
they're having to go outside of just the Edwards to get.
Yeah.
Right, we didn't know that.
Off of 536 over there, that's where they're pumping it.
What about parental concerns? Have we had any more after the letters?
not after the letters. I don't know if you've received, Mr. Kruger has received calls, but not on our.
I haven't heard anything since we talked to the original time.
The issue, it concentrates really in the culinary department, where the hot water and the sinks is where the concentration of discoloration is taking place. It's really not throughout the building completely.
How many people have gone crazy over this?
I can count one.
3, 4.
Hey, I'm just listening. I got lost about 6 weeks ago. Anything else?
Well,
Construction.
that's it for Legacy High School. For Phase 2, we're coordinating with staff and getting ready for the beginning of the summer work for Phase 2 in the mall. We're touching base with technology, with security, with all administration, just to get ready to move those classrooms so that the first day the kids out of school, we can start our demolition process. So that's it for construction updates.
Nothing else on construction? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the next thing is the tax report.
Yes, sir, we're still holding pretty steady, almost 1% over we were last year. We're at 0.7%.
Where'd it go?
All right, financial, investment, gifts, enrollment, any questions? Purchases over 50,000. June, July calendar of events, that ought to drive you crazy. All right, the next thing is with the superintendent, and we'll postpone that to after executive session. Human resource, don't have anything. Business and financing, the Barker Lane water.
Yes, sir. As previously, the board approved civil engineering consultants to work with Southwest ISD to do the work that needs to be done on the, per TCEQ's requirements at the Barker Lane water plant, which feeds McNair and Elm Creek Elementary. The district and civil engineering consultants, or CEC, put out an RFCSP and accepted bids on April 14th, 2018. I'm sorry, put the bid out to bid on April 14th, 2018. Bids were received on May 4th, 2018. Only one bid was received, and it came in at a price of $587,990. Our anticipated budget was $350,000 or less. So right now, the recommendation from staff is that the board reject all bids or the bid on the Barker Lane water plant renovation project, and in addition, allow Southwest ISD facilities staff to price out separate packages of work and act as the prime contractor on the project to get within the original budget on the items that need to be done. What it is, we couldn't, there was no one that was willing to, everybody wanted to sub out pieces of the work. No one wanted to take the project on as the general. So we think that we can do that and still keep it down within the budget allowance. It's just going to be kind of piecemealed together till we get it all finished. It'll be a longer process, but I think it'll still work the same.
Questions? Need a motion to
I'll move.
reject.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. District stipends.
Yes, sir. This is in, this summer, as CAST is beginning to get ready for the next school year, there is a summer bridge component to basically transition the students into the CAST system. So there's going to be lots of things going on in this summer. So there is a stipend of $5,000 for the teachers that will be off contract. And so this is for their summer bridge program. And it's basically a student orientation. There's AVID's going to be introduced, team building. So it's really a summer program. And this is going to be the stipend for the CAST teachers as they go through that.
For each teacher?
For each teacher. And this will be funded, this is actually funded from HEB. But this is something that's not on the salary scale.
How many are there?
There's 8, I believe, teachers.
And then how long is the summer program?
I believe it's running, I don't know, Ms. Dr.
We
Gardner?
actually run, I believe it's a total of, is it 26 days,
Yeah.
Dr. Gardner?
20, yeah, we calculated out
Yeah.
per days, it's 26 days or something like that.
Is that like comparable to another person?
Correct,
Doing
that's
the
kind of
same.
how we calculated it. So,
Okay.
Anybody else? Need a motion.
I move. A second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Uniform and dust mop.
It's, one of the
Bids.
purposes, I'm going to turn this over to Thomas. This one, we have been doing business with Aramark for about 8 years now. And so we previously released an RFP for the fact that we're ready to move on from Aramark. We've had tremendous issues with them. It goes everything from billing to uniforms missing, uniforms not being delivered on time. We've had multiple people not get uniforms over 3-month periods. So we released an RFP, and you'll notice on the scaling score that their price is lower than the vendor that we want to use. But we need to do something different because it's causing issues, anything from employee morale when the person doesn't have a uniform and everybody else has their uniform. So I'm going to turn it over to Thomas, but I just wanted to mention that even when I was back in purchasing, we dealt with Aramark, and we have been. And we gave them another chance in the last RFP because their price was good, but the customer service and the things that, we don't always chase price. Sometimes we want to chase value. We feel like the value that we were getting as far as customer service for our people hasn't been there. So I wanted to say that before turning over to Thomas. So that, go through it.
Southwest ISD advertised and solicited proposals from uniform and dust mop service for the 2018-19 school year. Services requested under the solicitation include district-wide employee uniform, catering, linen cleaning, and dust mop supply needs. Proposals were sent out to 5 vendors. Proposals were received and accepted by the district from Aramark Uniform Services and UniFirst Corporation. District staff has recommended that the UniFirst Corporation be awarded the contract based on overall best value for the district. The awarded contract to UniFirst Corporation for RFP 1718-016 has the estimated annual cost of $101,124. The contract will be for 1-year period starting September 1, 2018 and ending on August 31st, 2019. The district has also the option of 3 additional 1-year extensions.
And that being said, we want also, as we award UniFirst, we want to be able to sit down and negotiate some of the pricing as well. Doesn't mean we have to go with the pricing they gave us at this point. But we would like to move forward to award them and then sit down and do some negotiation.
What is the price difference? I don't have
It's
it.
right now, roughly, it's about 20,000.
Okay.
This is spread out over distribution to facilities and maintenance and to child nutrition. It's going to be a little bit more money per section. That's where we want to negotiate
Okay.
possibly. But we know for sure we would pay more money to get better service at this point.
Right.
And get our uniforms on time, have better service just overall.
Okay.
A lot of the price difference came in the dust mop service. That was where there was a large gap between the two. So that's one of the things we're definitely going to negotiate first before we finalize the contract. So the district staff is recommending that the board approve UniFirst Corporation as the awarded vendor for Southwest ISD uniform and dust mop services for the 2018-19 school year. The annual cost of the district will be approximately $101,124 per year.
Questions?
No move. I second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Mr. Superintendent, 2 more things.
Yes, sir, just a couple of big ticket items. I'm sure if you go back to the packet with all the things, you'll find something to do every day. We'd like everyone to mark their calendar for the senior walk, which happens the day after tomorrow, May 17th, at the Spring Sports Complex, 5 p.m. is, I believe, the festivities and the booth, and then I will walk as the evening goes on, probably about 7, end up into the football field where we do the card giveaway. Also, we have been able to reschedule the McCullough Rocket Run and Health Fair, Saturday, May 19th. It will be at McCullough at 7:30 a.m. If you want to run with Mr. Gibbery, please give him a register on time.
Running the legacy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to run all the way to Legacy. We also have the Olympic Fiesta that's being rescheduled. It's rescheduled Wednesday, May 23rd, 2018. It will be at the Spring Sports Complex. Opening ceremony will be at 10 a.m. I did talk to Mr. Robinson about that. We do the reschedule during the week because there's a lot of students involved, and getting them back up there on an alternate Saturday has always proven to be a chore. So we're going to do it while the kids are all here. We've done this before and did it during the school day. That's a rescheduled event from April 21st. That will be the inclement weather. And mark your calendars for the ACE car race, the 2nd annual ACE car race, which is happening Friday, May 25th at Traders Village this year, starting at 8 a.m. Really commend Eliza for really she moves this whole thing. If it wasn't for her and her team around her, I know, we would not be able to pull that event off. It's an event that involves a number of districts that we've been able to get funding for through Toyota. The mayor, Mayor Nirenberg, told me today he will be there, and he looks forward to being the official starter at that event. And we look for another great event. And again, Bob Franz as well. His effort to going around to all the activities and helping them with their project has been a tremendous help. So they're icons in San Antonio, Eliza and Bob. So we look forward to that event. Very fun event. Very excited to be there. That's it.
Anybody have anything else? All right, let me read these numbers. Under Texas Government Code 551.001-551.146. We'll go into executive session at 10 minutes till 7. We go to the superintendent's report.
I move we approve the superintendent's recommendation on personnel as amended.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. What else do you have?
Do I have anything?
Anybody?
I didn't say this earlier, but FFA banquet is tomorrow.
Yes.
At Southwest High School Mall. The Southwest High School Athletic Award Ceremony is May 22nd. I believe in the auditorium. Very popular display at Harbor Elementary on May 31st as well.
Senior walks. Yeah.
By the way, you did arrange it where we get our name in the pot for the car.
Oh, yeah, I didn't make
You were checking into that last year.
I missed too many days of school.
I meant the brown bag, I'm not gonna get any. They actually pulled your name last year, you have to be present for it.
Can we recognize the new executive director for
Absolutely.
elementary education, Ms. Delia Terrazas? And our new principal from McCullough Middle School is going to be Roxy Freeman. Mr. Vergara does a fine job. Miss Delila Castro Garcia. Okay. We did this last time.
Yeah, we did.
We did it.
We did. Well, let's recognize her again. Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction, Ms. Dalila Garcia Castro.
What else?
Joanne Fay, Assistant
Mr. Dawkins?
All this moving, did you get a raise?
Yes,
Raise some
raising my
headaches.
anxiety level.
All right, anybody